The nominees for the Kamala Mankekar Award for Journalism on Gender: Nushoiba Iqbal, India Spend; Priyanka Tupe, Behan Box; Make Peace, independent journalist; Sanket Jain, independent journalist; Soumya Kalia, Behan Box; Shobna Radhakrishnan, Citizen Matters; and Tapasya, Reporters Collective. Well, before I announce the name of the winner, just like the Chameli Devi Jain Award, it was very tough for us to pick a winner because all the shortlisted nominees have produced excellent work, very inspiring stories, on the impact of war on women, on maternal health, on sexual violence, a range of stories, each of them very inspiring, and it was a tough pick, but the winner finally is Priyanka Tupe of Behan Box. Well, now just to give you a sense of why we selected Priyanka, Priyanka has gone where few journalists in India have, to the homes and neighborhoods where nomadic and denotified tribal communities live. Traveling extensively through Maharashtra, she has brought to light untold stories about the lives of the women from these communities that not only live on the margins of Indian society, but have historically been subjected to grave discrimination by being labeled criminal tribes. What sets apart Priyanka's work is the persistence with which she exposes the fact that government welfare schemes have largely eluded impoverished and marginalized women, whether it's the Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, or maternal welfare schemes, or compensation and counseling for survivors of sexual violence. Priyanka reveals that very little of these benefits trickle down to the women who need them most, thereby keeping them trapped in an endless cycle of poverty, debt, and despair. Priyanka brings a great deal of maturity and sensitivity to the stories of sexual violence that many of these women routinely face and the brutal writ of the village panchayats they suffer. Her exhaustive field reports, and they truly are exhaustive, she's traveled all through Maharashtra and interviewed countless women. These reports are a grim reminder that due to the precariousness of their resistance, those living on the margins of society are more likely to face gender violence and gender injustice. Priyanka stands out for her clear-eyed and, most of all, very empathetic reporting and unflinching commitment to highlighting gender-based social and economic inequalities in today's India. For this reason, she's the winner of the Kamala Mankekar Award for Journalism on Gender.
May I now invite Supriya Sharma to please present Priyanka Tupe with the Kamala Mankekar Award for Journalism on Gender 2024. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I forgot to ask Jatinder to say a few words. I think I'll ask Priyanka to go first and then Jatinder can come back. Priyanka, if you would like to say a few words.
Thank you. It's really been an honor and absolute pleasure to be here and to have won this award. I really thank all of you and also my organization Behan Box for supporting relentlessly for the reports that I do, and my family and friends and like everybody. About gender journalism, I really wanted to see women in stories who I have encountered in my childhood, whom I have interacted. My mother has been a domestic worker and a street vegetable vendor, and she has raised me as a single parent, and the empathy and the kind of childhood and everything which I could have from her gave me, the empathy which Supriya was mentioning, and that really gives me the perspectives and the strength to get those nuance in the reports. But I think newsrooms should invest more into gender journalism and see it as an important business. And one thing I would like to highlight is gender journalism is not only about just writing about women's or gender diverse folks' issues. It's a lens to look at, be it polity, economic, or human rights, laws. Everything should be looked from this very important lens. So yeah, I think this is the important thing which I wanted to mention. And one more thing, which I would take this opportunity to share with you all, that in Maharashtra, something called media monitoring is going to happen soon by the Maharashtra government, by the DGIPR. And there are proper funds allocated for this. And what that media monitoring means, so all the news stories or even the social media posts will be monitored and categorized under different heads like positive news, negative news, and all of these things. And especially it will be an attack on independent journalists and the small news organizations which are trying to do good work with a very less resources. So that is something is an important concern which should be addressed and looked at. Today it's Maharashtra, tomorrow it can be India or other states or cities. So that is something which is concerning me, and I'm sure many people from us. So I'm determined to speak truth to power and speak against all these inequalities and these pressures, state repressions, and I'm sure we all need each other's support and solidarity. I hope we are together in this difficult time. Thank you.